I think we found a new referee. Her name was Jackie Weaver. Hey, quiet!
Please refer to me as Britney Spears from now on.
You have no authority here, Jackie. I'm afraid she does. Rugby is everywhere, all over social media. Everybody's got something to say about the games, the players, the teams, and of course, the refereeing. Right then, let's have a look at your tweets you sent in with the questions. Here's the first one from Maidley Academy. When you were checking the cows and you give them a salt lick, do you say ooze it and start a little countdown in your head? Well, I don't say ooze it, I say ooze. And yes, I do. And if they haven't started licking by 5 seconds, it goes on to the next cow. Next one. Geraint Bull. Oh, very appropriate. Hey, quiet! If you could handpick the best 2 teams to face one another, World 15 versus Nigel 15, who would they be and in what stadium would you play that game? Oh, it's going to take me a few hours to pick that team. I'll pick the referee, it'll be me. Stadium would be easy, the Principality Stadium in Cardiff. Best stadium in the world. 2 teams, I think South Africa against New Zealand, and maybe they can play the same game as they played in 2013 in that wonderful game in Ellis Park in Johannesburg. Next one, Zulu. Not once was a heated moment between players a moment too big for you to handle, Nigel. No question, just a comment. Incredible ref, incredible composed man. Thank you for the years. Oh, that's very kind of you, Zulu, thank you. I like that one. EMW and Training Limited. Oh, there's a good advert for you here now. If there was any rugby law you could change, what would it be and why? Good question, and a straightforward answer for me. I would change the substitution laws. I think 8 on the bench is far too many. Nearly, well, more than half a team. So imagine second half, you could have 16 players coming on between the both sides. To me, that disrupts the game. Chris Coldicott, can you go and sort out the standard of football refereeing? Hey, Chris, I'm good. I'm not that good. Connor Anderson, the hardest tackle bounce you've ever seen. Ooh, hardest tackle. Do you know what? I think that was probably on me. 2010, South Africa against New Zealand in Soccer City in Soweto. Sharkburger tackled Jimmy Cohen, but unfortunately he tackled me the same time. Have a look at it, it's on YouTube. Phil Reese, WRU. Well, that's your Twitter name. Why are the scrum halves not putting the ball in the middle of the scrum anymore? Well, I think you better ask the scrum halves that, but I do agree with you. We really do need to tidy up the putting in the scrums. That's it. Send your tweets in next week. Right, have you seen the video of the Handforth Parish Council meeting? Well, if you're not aware what a parish council meeting is, it's usually a well-mannered, sedate, local government council meeting. This one was far from that. And I tell you one thing, this meeting wouldn't happen like this under my watch here in Pontyberem, I can tell you.
It's only the chairman who can remove people from a meeting. You have no authority here, Jackie Weaver. No authority at all.
She's just kicked him out. No, she's kicked him out. Don't. She's kicked him out.
I think we found a new referee. Her name was Jackie Weaver. And fair play to you, Jackie, you were always in control of the situation. Stood in the right place on the field and made the appropriate and, more importantly, accurate decisions. You have no authority here, Jackie. I'm afraid she does.
Please refer to me as Britney Spears from now on.
Right, on to the Super Bowl. Now, I have a lot of sympathy for The Weeknd, who was the star of the halftime show. Did you see him looking lost when the camera was shoved in his face? Now, I know what it feels like. Wind back 2 years, World Cup 2019, USA against Tonga, when I bumped into the camera. Well, actually, the camera bumped into me.
Football on Nigel Owens' shoulder. Oh, hey,
My advice for The Weeknd? 10 yards back. And remember, social distancing is very important. Right, on to the rugby. Now, Saturday in Twickenham, what a win for Scotland, well deserved. First time they won there in 38 years. What a performance. And Finn Russell, one tip for you. If you want to tackle, you've got to use your arms. You can't stick your leg out and trip anybody. You must hold and grasp the player and bring him to ground. You want to trip? Go and play soccer. Anyway, this is not soccer, so quite rightly so, 10 minutes in the bin. Right, on to the Principality Stadium. Great win for Wales against Ireland, but the big talking point, of course, was a red card for Peter O'Mahony. Now, Wayne Barnes, quite rightly so, showed the red card because you cannot enter the ruck like that and make contact with a player's head. Player safety is paramount. You have to enter the ruck and clear out on your feet. You come in low, take the player, your arms are out, move him out of the way, and then if you go to ground afterwards, then that's fine. But you cannot enter the ruck like that. It's dangerous, and that is a red card. Right, on to this weekend's game. England-Italy in Twickenham. So I remember that game well. That was my first Six Nations game back in 2007. It was the first time my dad had ever left Wales when he went up to see that game in Twickenham. He'd never been out to Wales in all his life. 2007 that was, remember that game well. Ireland, France in Dublin. Always a tough game, that one. I refereed that game in Paris a few years ago when Johnny Sexton's drop goal after about 45 phases won the game, and Ireland went on to win the Grand Slam that year. I remember refereing that game in Paris many years ago, something like maybe 2009 or 10. And after the game, the captains do their usual speeches, and they had an interpreter. And it was a guy, an old guy from Ireland. Bridie Driscoll stood up and said, "We'd like to thank Nigel Owens, the referee today, for the game. We thought he refereed the game very, very well, and if he continues to referee like that, he will have a bright future in refereeing." And the interpreter got up and he said in French, and then all of a sudden everybody was sort of laughing and looking at me. And the interpreter said, "We'd like to thank Nigel Owens for the game." And Bridie Driscoll says that if he wants a good future in the game, he needs to improve his refereeing. He got it totally the way round, wrong way round. Or actually, he may have got it the right way round. And then we're on then to Scotland, Wales up in Murrayfield. Well, I've never refereed that game. Always a great game, Scotland-Wales. That was the game that I fell in love with rugby the first time. Back in 1977, I was 6 years of age. Don't look it, I know, but I was. Phil Bennett scored that wonderful try up in Murrayfield. And I remember going out on the field behind my house in Moneycarrig with a little rugby ball and playing in the field, pretending to be Phil Bennett. And in the field, there were two donkeys. They were called Chocolate and Fudge. I remember sidestepping the donkeys, running underneath them, chipping over them, and pretending to be Phil Bennett. So always fond memories of Scotland-Wales. That's it from me. Join us next week. Remember to like this video, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications.